Hi everyone, it is me again, and today we're going to talk about everything that has been going on with Honey since Megalag put out the video exposing everything that's been going on with it. And we're going to talk about just like the influencer responses and just kind of like a general kind of vibe of everything that's been going on since all that transpired. Before we get into all of that, links, sources, ways to support the channel all down below, including the link to today's sponsor, Aura. This is the second video for January that I had mentioned last time. Before we get into that part, though, there are 3 parts to the video. There's part 1, just kind of describing what Honey is, for those of you who do not know. Part 2, Honey exposed by Megalag. Megalag. That's hard to say, because it sounds like Megalag. And then part 3, creators respond. But before the video begins, let's get into today's sponsor, Aura. Do you ever get those pesky spam calls or messages from numbers you don't recognize? It's like, no, I know I don't have a package stuck at customs at the border, or no, I know that Canada Post didn't try to deliver something to me, or USPS, I guess, in this context, because most of my audience is in the United States, and I know that I'm not going to be finding this package's random whereabouts by posting this random link that I have to copy and paste into Safari. Were you ever waiting for an important call and then you end up answering one of these calls by accident? And how did that make you feel? What if I told you that Aura can actually help you reduce the amount of spam that you get? Aura is a US-based internet security service that helps manage a wide variety of needs to surf safely. And one of those needs is helping you manage where your information exists online and how it is being held by data brokers. For those of you who do not know, data brokers are these companies that buy and hold your data and sell them to other people or other companies, including these types of sort of spam call companies. There's also identity theft protection, and Aura monitors your personal data, including your social security number, across billions of different points online and in the dark web to alert you of any potential threats and potential theft. Aura does even more than that. They offer up to $1 million in identity theft insurance for up to 5 adults on one account. There's also financial fraud monitoring that alerts you if anyone is trying to use or open any credit or any accounts in your name. All of these different things are managed with Aura. There's also a VPN amongst a lot of other services, and all these different types of security features all in one place instead of getting all these different services separately. Personally, my favorite is the concept of being able to help manage your data and avoid these sort of complications and issues that you get with these data brokers. So stop leaving your data open today, and please use my link aura.com/MikasRhetoric to access your 14-day free trial with Aura today. Thank you again to Aura for sponsoring this video, and let's get right into it. So part 1, what is Honey? Now, I'm sure if you've come this far, you already know what Honey is and all of like the vast controversy surrounding it. But for those of you who do not know, and I'm actually going to check if I still have it now. I don't think so. No, I don't. I don't have it anymore. I had it like a long time ago, but I don't. Honey is a browser extension that is supposed to automatically search for coupons that will add them to your cart to help you save money. So essentially, let's say you're trying to shop at, I got this sweater at like Aritzia or something. So let's say I'm at the checkout online, and then what ends up happening is Honey was supposed to be able to search all these different coupons for you, and then it would pull the best one to get a price off of the item that you're buying. So essentially all it was designed to do was shorten the search for coupons online, because often when you want to buy something, you can look up X company coupons to try to get money off your cart. So Honey was founded in 2012 by 2 entrepreneurs named Ryan Hudson and George Juan. And Honey was purchased by PayPal in 2020, and in 2022 was renamed to PayPal Honey. Honey made its rounds online, and it was shoved in seemingly every YouTuber's face by countless beloved people on the platform, with many reoccurring sponsorships. Honey paired with the biggest names on the platform, from PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, Gabby Hanna, Cody Ko, Stephanie Sue, along with podcasters, let's say. There have been more videos than Megalag's like recent expose on Honey. There actually have been a couple of videos and little rumors swirling around for the past couple of years, but this video really put everything into the mainstream for people. So the first video, there was a video by a channel called Affiliate Marketing MC, and another one by the channel Original MCW. Both videos made in 2020, kind of talking about how Honey works. Both of these are linked in the research document that my lovely bestie Noor made. Thank you to them again. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. It's also notable that both of these videos were made in 2020, the year that PayPal acquired Honey in Minecraft. The Affiliate Marketing MC video discusses the business model and how it was very difficult to find a very clear and forward way of relaying what had happened and how the company was run. So it seemed like from the get-go, they were kind of not being the most transparent allegedly.
Now, first of all, when you're on the home page of the Honey app, you're going to see various different stores from Target to Home Depot to Best Buy to all of these other things. Now, all of these companies have what's known as affiliate programs. An affiliate program is where the company pays a commission to someone who sells a product. So if I have a link on my website that tells you to buy something, you go to Target and buy it, I get a small percentage of whatever is purchased. Now, anyone can go through, put up an affiliate link, and start making money. But that's not exactly what the Honey app is doing. They're actually doing this a little bit different, and it gets a little bit more sinister. As you can see here from the Honey app installation page, it says that it's going to be able to read and change your cookies, which means that they can hijack affiliate cookies from other affiliates. It says that it's going to store personal browsing data on your device, meaning they're going to track what you buy, where you buy it, and what you click on, and everything like that. It also allows them to see the websites you visit. That's a little scary. The app can also go through and read and change data that you send and receive from other websites.
And it appears that this could have possibly been on purpose. The app collects a lot of data, and in that, they often find that it would swipe commissions from people that were using the extension and the existence of other coupons that were online. And they would also swipe affiliate marketing from the people that were recommending these things in the first place. So for example, hypothetically, allegedly in Minecraft, there's the link for my sponsor down there. Hypothetically, allegedly in game and Minecraft, if you're using Honey right now, and then you click on my link, instead of it being tracked that it went to me, it gets tracked that it went to Honey, allegedly in game and Minecraft. That seems to be this big discovery that people are. So it's sort of like they're kind of doing affiliate marketing through a browser extension, which then in turn is not really explicitly disclosing it, rather kind of tying it up in the concept that you agree to it when you agree to the terms and services. The original MCW video discusses similar things, but also brings up the fact that even when Honey doesn't give you a discount code, which a lot of people have been complaining for the last few years that it's gotten considerably worse, it will still swipe the sale off of if you're using any sort of link.
But Honey is lying. There are better prices out there, there are codes out there, but either the Honey extension can't find them, doesn't know about them, or quite often, there's a lot of codes Honey will refuse to use. I've tried this out myself and I found it on multiple sites. Here's just one of them. So Honey says there's no code for this site. There is no discount. I have got the best price. But here's a code that does work. And this code will save me £160 from how much I would have to pay if I was using Honey. Honey won't tell me about that code, because if I use that code to get £160 off, Honey doesn't get any money. It's the affiliate that gets all the money. They don't care. They're a business, I get that. But it's just when they tell you there are no codes or you have the best price when that clearly is not the truth. But most of the time you see there are no codes, the customer kind of feels like, well, I have got the best price. And they just buy the product. Honey have placed their cookie there and they've got their commission, but they are costing you money.
Link. So let's say it's Sephora sales season and I'm using Angelica's code, or I'm using Samantha March's code, or the link to the Sephora sale or whatever. And then what happens is I have Honey and it doesn't give me any better promo code, and I just enter in the one the Sephora gives you for the sale. Even though I didn't even use a Honey coupon, it is still going to take away the commission from one of the beauty girlies I mentioned, and it is going to put it towards Honey's commissions instead. And then also, it was just kind of funny because the original MCW was like, and then you could feel bad for the millionaire YouTubers that you support or not being supported, which I thought was kind of a little bit of a funny thing. But the problem is that in the grand scheme of things, this fumbles a lot of people's bags, such as me, potentially in Minecraft, allegedly. I don't know. I can't track that. So me, the not millionaire YouTuber, as we know. But there was one expose video that truly put everything over the edge, and we'll get to that in part 2. Part 2, Honey exposed by Megalag. On December 24th, 2024, came Megalag's video on Honey, which there's still a promised part 2 of that I've been kind of waiting for, but I feel like it's been a bit long now, so I'm just going to go with what's available for me. The video is a far more extensive version of the other videos that had come out, where Megalag kind of just expands beyond kind of what has already been said, and kind of dives deeper into the world of affiliate marketing and influencers and the way that Honey is able to affect them, and the concept of it blocking actual functional coupon codes that exist online. I'm going to really quickly summarize the video. Obviously, the video is linked in the document, so please check it out. The video discusses how influencer marketing works, kind of talk about that there's two main types of sponsorships. There's your affiliate sponsorship, and then there's your regular one. I'm going to add a little bit of detail to this. So For example, there is these things called affiliate marketing. So in my descriptions, when I'm not sponsored, I will have like the makeup products on my face, and then a lot of them have these little links next to them. Realistically, what would happen is if you clicked on it and you bought something from that link, I would get a tiny commission. I actually don't think anyone's ever bought anything from those. I don't really care that much. It was just there because the company kind of asked me to, and I was like, sure, whatever, and then nothing's really come of it. Point is, those are direct affiliate marketing. There's no sponsor, there's no brand deal. I am paid only if someone buys something from seeing those links. Next, there's sort of sponsor-based affiliate marketing. So the link, as I mentioned with my sponsor today, if you click, it's tracked if you've clicked on it to see how much interest I'm able to spark to the company by telling it to all of you, right? With this, that's another type of kind of affiliate base. And then there's kind of just your straight up brand deal with promo codes, for example. And there's these ones, there are some occasionally ones where it's not necessarily going to be tracking with a link. That's quite uncommon nowadays. I don't think I can think of an example of that. But that's the possible last option. But typically, it is tracked through a link tied to your sponsorship. That's why it's always like blank.com/Mika's Rhetoric, blank.com/Mika like whatever, something along that line. Megalag describes the fact that the industry standard for this and the one that Honey uses is what's called last click marketing, which means, or last click affiliate marketing or affiliate process or something, whatever different terms that you can use. So essentially what happens is that the last person tied to something will get the sale. So for example, you would click on the link in my description for my sponsor or whatever, and it gives you a code. Let's pretend. And then you use the code. Now, let me try to think of a YouTuber I like that I don't have beef with. Use code Megan Ann. I like her. And then you put the code Megan Ann in, even though it's my link, it will go to her next. And then he demonstrates how Honey Gold essentially swipes the entire sale. Or just honey in general, but especially Honey Gold, apparently.
Now, some might consider what PayPal's doing here dirty or highly unethical, but personally, I can't see how it's anything short of fraud. I mean, just imagine something like this happening in a real-world scenario. Let's say you're at a department store looking to buy a new TV. A salesman spends time running you through your options. You decide to buy, he gives you his referral card, you get to the checkout, and right as you're about to pay, a sleazy salesman pops up going, "Hey, shall I check if I have any coupon codes for you?" Naturally, you say sure. He snatches your referral card without you ever noticing, looks for coupons, says, "Sorry, no luck this time," but instead of handing back the original referral card, he hands back his own. PayPal didn't refer the customer to the store, they didn't promote any of the products, the salesman did that. PayPal provided absolutely zero value to the customer, yet they were rewarded for the sale. But because this is all happening online, buried behind clicks and cookies and tracking data, there's little to no transparency that this is ever happening. Okay, but what if Honey had found a working coupon code? Would that make it okay for them to claim the commission? Honestly, no, I don't think so. The fact remains that Honey didn't refer the customer to the store, nor did they promote the product.
Brings up a deal where companies can actually use Honey to block coupon codes by Honey showing that none are available. And this has actually been something that's been discussed before, where people are like, "Oh, I use Honey," and it's like, "Oh, we're not supposed to." I'm being incredibly vague because I don't want to get in trouble anymore. Anyway, essentially what's happening is Honey will be like, "Oh, we will allegedly in Minecraft and game, and this is based on the context that I'm building from watching these videos. Thank you." There is, so Honey is saying that they will look for the best coupon for you. So in turn, you're going to believe that you're going to get the best coupon if you use Honey. And then Honey they go, "Oh, we looked really hard. We searched for you." And then they're like, "Actually, there's nothing." And you just believe them. But in reality, if you actually looked on a couponing site, you would be able to find a much better deal than the one that you're getting.
Honestly, no, I don't think so. The fact remains that Honey didn't refer the customer to the store, nor did they promote the product. Look, don't get me wrong, I'm a consumer myself. Saving money matters, especially when money's tight. But this scam doesn't just affect wealthy influencers. There are hundreds of thousands of small creators, bloggers, artists who rely on affiliate commissions to support their craft. Sure, you could argue that Honey may have convinced the consumer to complete the purchase by providing a discount. But let's be real, if you're already at the checkout with your items in your cart, you already have a high intent to purchase. And again, this would never fly in a real life sales environment. No department store is going to allow a salesman to hang out at the checkout counter, casually handing out coupon codes while simultaneously stealing commissions from the other sales reps. So why are we allowing a corporate giant like PayPal to do it on the internet? Now, believe it or not, this first example I just showed you with Linus is just one of 3 scenarios in which Honey poaches affiliate commissions, and the next scenarios are even worse. But before I show you how bad scenario 2 is, it's important you understand the fundamental system Honey is exploiting. You see, in affiliate marketing, there's this thing called last click attribution, which basically means last click wins. For example, you might click on a shoe blogger's affiliate link for a pair of Nikes, but you don't buy right away. Later, you click on a YouTuber's link for the same shoes and complete the purchase. In this scenario, the YouTuber gets the commission and the blogger gets nothing. There are other models like first click, where the blogger would win the commission, or dynamic click, where the commission is shared. But the industry went with last click because while it's not always the fairest, it's the easiest to implement. Therefore, it became the industry standard. Now, when it's blogger versus YouTuber for a sale, honestly, I'd say last click is usually fair. But when it's anyone versus Honey, there's no real competition. Honey pops up right at the end of your purchasing journey, virtually guaranteeing they'll win that last click. They of course know this and do anything they can to get that last click, even when there's no coupon codes to offer. Which brings us to scenario 2. Honey Gold, which is now called PayPal Rewards. Here's how it works. When you get to the checkout and Honey Gold is available, Honey pops up and is essentially saying, "Hey you, consumer, click this button here so PayPal can claim the commission for the sale, and we'll share a portion of that commission money with you in the form of points." It's basically a lame cashback scheme. And it's genius because if there are no coupons to offer, but the store is participating in Honey Gold, it gives Honey another reason to get that last click. How can YouTubers, bloggers, or any other type of affiliate fairly compete against this type of mechanism? Of course the consumer's gonna click, and of course they're going to win the sale. Now this got me thinking, how much of their commission are they actually sharing with users? Well, to find out, I decided to put Honey Gold to the test. So I looked for any website where Honey Gold was offered and found it on NordVPN. And no, this is not a sneaky sponsorship. So I signed up for NordVPN's affiliate program, which offers 40% commission on successful referrals. After getting approved into the program, I received a custom affiliate link for my YouTube channel. Using this link, I made 2 separate purchases. For the first, I activated Honey Gold, and sure enough, you can see my affiliate cookie was replaced with Honey's. And for the second, I didn't activate Honey Gold. As expected, I was awarded a $35 commission for the sale where Honey Gold wasn't activated, and received nothing when Honey Gold was activated. For the first time, I experienced Honey poaching my own affiliate commission. So how much of my stolen $35 commission did PayPal share as cash back with my Honey account, aka the consumer? Brace yourselves, 89 points, which is equivalent to 89 cents USD. That's right, Honey poached a $35 commission for doing nothing and rewarded me a grand total of 89 cents. Thanks, PayPal.
Overall, he kind of just explains the model of siphoning funds from affiliates and blocks deals and heist commissions, and will even go as far as to just instead link PayPal, which is the company that owns Honey anyway. Video found to be quite generous and non-critical to influencers that were promoting Honey, just because it's kind of hard to tell that it was that big of a kind of scheme allegedly in Minecraft. Only being slightly critical of Linus Tech Tips for responding to not working with Honey anymore only via a forum post a couple of years ago, having already discovered what happened. And Megalag was just kind of upset that Linus Tech Tips didn't make this more available to the general population, because this was something that would have kind of swayed a lot of people from whether or not they were going to use Honey in the first place. The general public was a bit more critical to influencers, citing influencers intentionally plugging a scam. I mostly think that they were unaware, besides a couple of influencers who might have been able to see it from their sort of business and storefront perspective. In turn, if they know that and they have inner deals, then that's sort of not as easy to brush under the rug. Here's my thing with that as well. People, I know I think it was Legal Eagle that said it. He said like, oh, well, this is just an example of it being important to vet your sponsors. To a certain degree, I agree. Like, I do things too where like I'll go on Glassdoor and I'll look at like how the employees feel about the company and like their reputation, and I'll check like Better Business Bureau and stuff like that. But the thing is that Honey was universally kind of liked by everybody. People weren't realizing that these swipings were happening, allegedly, and this was not something they were making public. So I think even if, to the extent in which you were able to vet it, unless you were able to like use it and see its back end, I don't necessarily see how realistic it would be to have been able to vet around that. That's kind of why I don't think influencers necessarily to blame in this specific context. And trust, I love blaming influencers. No, but like, I understand when like the time and place is for that, I feel like. And at the same time, there are a lot of other companies you can be more outwardly critical of. And, you know, it's if you work with Honey from this point forward. You know what I'm saying? Many influencers responded to finding out about Honey, most notably Legal Eagle. Which brings us to part 3. Part 3, creators respond. Several creators who were sponsored by Honey, heard about Honey, or worked with Honey, or just were affiliate marketing in general, just kind of the concept of like, or just seeing everything going on online, discuss their experiences as well as their frustrations after finding out about the state of the referral links. Creators such as Adam McIntyre talked about it, Marquez Brownlee, Hassan's talked about it, Megalag's talked about it, obviously. Linus Tech Tips has talked about it, which I'll get more into that one in specific afterwards. Legal Eagle, Hank Green even talked about it, which is pretty slay. I like Hank Green. He's very silly. So first, let's discuss Legal Eagle's video because that's kind of the basis of everything going on with the lawsuit that is coming up. So the video opens with other creators calling Honey a scam. These sort of commentary videos I just mentioned by the likes of Moist Critical. I also did mention Moist Critical for some reason. Moist Critical, Linus, all that kind of stuff, talking about it. Legal Eagle immediately opens up by saying that they're going to be opening up a class action lawsuit against Honey, as well as discussing kind of what it's done to the creator economy. He describes the fact that he's talking about how advertisement is kind of how the entire influencer market is run because advertisers are the ones that pay the checks because social media is free.
And when you think about it, it's kind of incredible that platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok are free. And they can afford to be so because they rely on advertising. Now that might come in the form of programmatic ads that are interjected while you're watching, or it might come from a sponsorship provided by the actual creator that you're watching or listening to. And if a creator runs a sponsorship or has an affiliate relationship, they'll probably tell you to do one of two things. Either click on the link in the description or the comments, or use their promo code. You, the audience member, probably get a nice discount, and the creator gets credit for sending that customer. This is attribution, as we call it in the biz. And if you end up buying that thing, the creator might get a percentage, a commission, a flat fee, or if enough people sign up, they might get another sponsorship in the future. And in all of those cases, everything depends on knowing how many people signed up because of that creator. And when you click on that link or use the creator's promo code, the brand knows where you came from and who sent you. At least, that's the way that it's supposed to work. Honey allegedly built their business on breaking that chain. As Megalag and others have explained, and as we aver, Honey interjects itself at the last possible moment and erases evidence of the real person who was responsible and takes credit. It looks like Honey opens up a new tab or refreshes the checkout page and replaces the creator's information with Honey's information, and most importantly, Honey's attribution codes. The creator gets nothing.
He says that the money losses to the creators through that were using Honey by not getting their proper tracking is just the tip of the iceberg. Another thing I didn't mention before is that allegedly what's happening as well is even with the Honey sign up link, it's going directly to Honey as opposed to the commissions going to the creators that are plugging Honey in the first place. Legal Eagle believes that not only does Honey steal links, they take promo codes as well. Anything that can possibly be tied to someone will be taken as long as Honey is active while using it based on what Legal Eagle is saying. Even brings up that it can mess up future sponsor links, as I had mentioned before when I was describing how it could have potentially worked on my link.
But it's not just sponsorships. When you click on a programmatic ad, you know, those skippable or unskippable ads that just get shoved into a video you're watching or interjected to the feed that you're scrolling through, well, those have tracking links too. Those often contain exactly the same kind of affiliate data. Again, the companies want to know where you came from. They want to know which ads are effective and which creators' audience is a good fit for them. Different creators receive a different amount of money per view, depending on their personality and the makeup of their audience. But once again, if you click on one of those ads and use an extension like Honey, Honey will allegedly come in at the last second and destroy attribution, taking credit and pocketing the money. And at the same time, Honey appears to market itself as a way to save consumers additional money, but that doesn't appear to be the case. We believe that Honey unjustly enriches itself by swapping creator attribution under the guise of a coupon check, even when it's unable to provide any additional value to the consumer or when there are no coupons. I believe that Honey lied to consumers about what it offered. And I believe that Honey lied to creators about what it was doing. And perhaps the worst part about all of this is that Honey, now owned by PayPal, allegedly made creators the unwitting accomplices in stealing from their own pocketbooks.
Let's ignore the fact that I'm a bit stupid. And I literally forgot to talk about the fact that there's like a lawsuit tied to this and what the parameters of that are. Maybe I'm not built for this, you know? maybe judge me by my enemies or whatever. But anyway, there's this concept of like that Legal Eagle wants to sue because it's misleading that not only when you're working with Honey, working for Honey, or have Honey, that you would be rightfully given your affiliate link, turnover amounts, or just the tracking that leads to further deals and sponsorships. So the lawsuit is essentially outlining the fact that it is allegedly misleading, and Honey is able to allegedly have a far longer standing effect on the bag, if you will, than originally known, and that the layout of the terms and conditions in this context are not clear that this is what would be happening, and that it was just, and the prompts that were given to the influencers and stuff, that it was just painted as this directly good thing, and in reality she's a little bit silly. So that's kind of the lawsuit aspect. I'm being very vague so I don't get sued, but that's essentially what's going on with that. And if the audience members are using Honey, that can block any of these possible commissions for creators, which is so nuts in context, because does this mean I need to contact him? Does that mean I have to be in on it? Or is it just an American thing? I don't know. I don't know how much it could have affected my bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure. I don't do that many sponsors. I don't think it's that serious. But I just think it's interesting to kind of like think about the possibility. Creator Mac Does It made a video about the kind of creator side of the aspect and how he feels having worked with Honey. Mac opens by saying that he was sponsored by Honey 10 times over the course from 2018 to 2020. He said that afterwards, when he was trying to do sponsors, he kept getting dropped by brands despite being at the peak of his YouTube career, getting over 1 million views per video very easily.
Since being sponsored by Honey, I never had a brand stick around with me for longer than probably like 1 to 2 videos. My performances were getting low. Apparently, my clicks weren't good enough according to my management sometimes. And I never understood why. I just thought I lost people's integrity in me. I don't know, people just got bored of me. I don't fucking know what happened. But turns out, allegedly, it's because of this honey pot right here. And I feel stupid. Overall, I just feel completely fucking stupid. 10 goddamn times. During my whole prime, too. Like 2018 to 2020, man, that was like 1 million views in 2 days, Mac. You know what I mean? That was like fresh off tour, getting awards, Mac. You know, that was like the peak of me. 10 fucking sponsors. I converted so many people to that extension, to that company, to that brand before so many other creators. I think I was like one of like the first to really lead the charge of like creators being sponsored by Honey. I think I was. I believe I was being sponsored by Honey before they were fully acquired by PayPal.
He says that Honey, as well, when he was using it for his browser extension, has not provided him with a single coupon for years. And that he feels guilty messing up not only his bag, but potentially other people's through kind of convincing a lot of his audience to get Honey in the first place. And he apologizes to his audience for quote unquote ushering in the devil. Obviously, there's not too much content in this video. The video is only 5 minutes long. But I think it was nice to kind of be like, yeah, no, this like is screwed up. And I kind of screwed up. I didn't really know, and it wasn't intentional, but I still feel bad that it happened, which I think is just a really honest way to approach things. Markiplier also thought it was suspicious the whole time, and now feels vindicated via this like viral screenshot of him kind of being like, I feel like I was right. And there is a clip from 2020 that's been circling as well, where Markiplier kind of mentions that he thinks it's weird, and I'll put that in now.
I have a feeling there's going to, in like a couple years, there's going to be the great Honey conspiracy of like 2022. And I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's fine. And like, I got no problem with like the concept of an app that like clips coupon codes for you. That's great. That sounds great on its surface, but there's some shady shit going on. I can't put my finger upon it. But why do they spend millions on advertising? And then people are getting money out of it, and then people are saving money out of it, and that makes sense, but the other part doesn't make sense, and then something's going on here. Where's all this money coming from? Where is Honey getting the money? Where's Honey getting all their money from? They should be losing money. In the grand scheme of everything being compared across the internet, shouldn't they be losing an incredible amount of money considering how much they're saving other people and giving to people? Something's going on there. I don't trust Honey. I don't know what it is.
Linus Tech Tips also discussed the Megalag kind of claims and his responsibility and everything on stream, where he clarified that he only knew about the override of the affiliate links and that in turn kind of thought it would specifically only really affect him. He felt that it did not need to be public because these quote-unquote scam was just affecting influencers and not the general consumers. He implied that he should not necessarily be getting the heat that he was getting. This is kind of just the vibe of like the stream that he was, kind of just the way that he was talking about it. They're working to make sure any likeness to Honey is removed from any of his content, and he feels that he is a victim of this as well.
Affiliate code ripping, bad. Affects creators, doesn't affect the end user. We were not the only ones who knew about the scam, though. Here's a video from 2020. I actually didn't watch this one, but I don't know. The whole thing for me with this is that Megalag did reach out to us for comment, and my general position on it was, yeah, we dropped these guys 3 years ago. This all came out, like the affiliate ripping stuff, everything we knew about came out years ago. I'm very interested to see the video on all the other stuff. I don't really know what exactly it has to do with us. I am a little confused still as to what exactly it has to do with us. Anyway, back when we dropped Honey, we had a call with their executive team. It was clear that they had no intention intention to revise their business model away from the affiliate code ripping. So we decided to end our sponsorship agreement with them. If we'd known about any of the more end-user centric issues discussed in Megalag's video, such as purposely not giving users the best deal possible because of behind-the-scenes partnerships with companies, we very probably would have raised more alarm bells, but we had no reason at that time to believe that Honey was anything other than what it claimed to be, which was a coupon finding service that took an affiliate cut. Many in the industry stopped working with Honey without an LTT video being made. So I think that one characterization of this whole situation that
we were the only ones that knew and didn't tell anyone.
We knew and didn't tell anybody is bizarre.
We were publicly informed by other people and then acted on it.
Also, we publicly posted on our forum that we dropped them and gave the reason for it.
We've also never really been, people have tried to draw parallels between this and Eufy, but Eufy's a tech company.
More recently, a Honey rep actually responded, kind of claiming that a lot of this is being over-exaggerated because they're meeting a lot of the industry standards for these types of marketing, citing that they're no different from any similar platforms. So a man named Dexter Deathmers, who is ex-employee of them, responded on LinkedIn. So I'm going to read it, and I obviously have the screenshots on screen as well. Clearing up some misunderstandings about Honey. I don't usually comment on things like this, but seeing some misconceptions about Honey, a company I worked with and deeply respect, made me feel the need to chime in. First off, the Honey team I knew and still know are not scammers. They're some of the most thoughtful and hardworking people I've had the privilege to work with. Our mission was always to help customers save money while creating a product they genuinely enjoyed using. And for those questioning Honey's legitimacy, consider this. Would a scam grow to over 20 million users? Break. Yes. Girl, have you heard of a multi-level marketing company? I hate that excuse. Is so stupid. I hate that when people go, well, a lot of people, it's that very classic version of that saying, like, if your friend jumps off a bridge, would you do it too, right? Oh, if it gets out to a ton of people. Do you know how many people do illegal things? Like, let's be real, right? Anyway, that kind of trust doesn't happen by accident. We prioritize helping Honey shoppers save money and did so incredibly well. Now, about the question of Honey stealing or hijacking affiliate commissions. It's a lot more nuanced than it might seem. During my time at Honey, the company adhered to affiliate network cookies policy and observed stand-down practices. These policies are set by the network to dictate which publishers should receive credit. Is this perfect? No. But fairness in this case depends on perspective. From a consumer's poor view, I assume it's supposed to say point of view, if they're actively trying to get cash back or discounts, they should be able to do that. Consumers choose the services they interact with, and network policies prioritizing user choice. If this wasn't the case, you'd never be able to get your cash back while shopping online. I get while this issue is being discussed, it's complicated, and it's good to raise questions. At the same time, misunderstandings about how this works can lead to confusion that isn't helpful for anyone, consumers, creators, or the industry. That's why I'm sharing this now. Even though I haven't worked in Honey in 3 years, I believe the importance of getting the full picture. And while there's a lot that's already working, I think we could do even better. 1. Transparency. Apps like Honey can be more upfront about what happens when shoppers interact with them through the process. Policy execution. Affiliate networks should continue refining their cookie policies to reflect the growing complexity of the space. 3. Better tools. Publishers should learn more tools to effectively handle the stand-down policies and ensure clarity for everyone. The affiliate space is evolving fast, and we all benefit from making it clearer and fairer for everyone involved. So I figured I'd add my perspective to the discussion to help the affiliate industry evolve, and would love to hear thoughts on other folks in the industry. According to 9to5 Google, since this has all kind of happened, Honey has lost over 3 million users. And January 3rd, Gamer Nexus goes in and sues PayPal. Notably, with all these different lawsuits, Linus Tech Tips will not join. So now there's a back and forth between Gamer Nexus and Linus Tech Tips, which is so crazy that there's Linus Tech Tips beef in the year of our Lord 2025. January 8th brought an article defending Honey. The article itself is behind a paywall. So I'm just going to refer you to iNaver's video where he goes through it because he paid for it, and I kind of think that summarizing iNaver's video when he paid for the article is a bit grimy, so I'm not going to do that. You can watch it if you want. Very, very, very slim covering of it. The main criticism about the article that's kind of defending Honey as a practice and as a workplace is that a lot of the citations and comments and questions come from ex-Honey employees, which can reflect the article as being biased. That's more or less everything for now. We're still waiting on Megalag's video for part 2. But with that, let's conclude the video. To conclude, we went through what Honey is, how affiliate marketing works, how it affects the influencers, the various videos made on Honey, and all that different kind of stuff, and the evolution of this upcoming lawsuit with Legal Eagle. Thank you to Aura for sponsoring. Links, source, ways to support the channel, all that kind of stuff, all down below. Thank you again to my members and patrons. Love you dearly. Thank you also to Nora for being a real one and making me the research document. I hope y'all have an amazing day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.
All you ever want to do is play Fortnite. You never pay attention to me anymore. It's like, it's like I'm not even there.
Arby's.